What up, everybody? This is your boy Payso. Super excited to be here. We're in Las Vegas right now. We're around
again,
right? For the millionth time. But we're around a lot of legends right now, and man, I just want to introduce you to someone that I've been working with since I got in the industry of network marketing. This man, when I first met him, I heard nothing but I've heard incredible stories. He was a walking legend, a living legend. Multi-millionaire in the industry of network marketing. Built teams of hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. Traveled all around the world. International speaker. Number one author.
Five-time number one best-selling.
Five-time number one best-selling author. One of my good friends, mentor. Best friend. He's like a brother to me. And we got Mr. Johnny Wimbrey in the building. What up, Johnny?
What's up?
So this is real quick, and so I got some questions for you.
All right, let's go.
We got a couple minutes. So first and foremost, we're in a time right now where social media has shifted a lot in the industry of network marketing and all that kind of stuff. So a little bit about your background and your words, and why network marketing today.
I'm 49 years old. I found this industry when I was 25 years old. So you're looking at about 24 years later. I would say that anybody who has done $1 billion in this industry, that is averaged over $1 million a year for 17 years consecutively on average. In any industry, that person would be considered an expert. So I would consider myself as an expert in the industry on how to look at things, how to analyze, and how to make decisions based on future and projections. And I made a lot of bad decisions on my way to this point where when I look at companies and when I analyze things, I take everything into consideration. The entire setup of My Daily Choice, the infrastructure, everything that's in place, the timing is very important, because even like 5 years ago, I wouldn't be able to say what I'm saying now. The timing of everything that's happening in our industry, everything that's happening around the world, My Daily Choice is positioned right now in this time to be the giant of the network marketing world in the next, I'd say 5 to 10 years. I think it's going to be extremely obvious in the next 36 months. In the next 36 months from today, remember I said this, it is going to be extremely obvious to the entire world that My Daily Choice was the company to be involved with when it was the right place and right time, meaning now. So 3 years from now, people will be saying, I wish I would have, woulda, coulda, and shoulda. And it won't be too late to get involved, but they'll miss the moments of what's going on right now.
So for the people that's saying, oh, I've heard Johnny say this before. I've heard Jay say this before.
You ain't never.
What's the difference now?
Ain't nobody heard me say what I just said.
What's the separation of MDC? So
for me, I have been in the right place at the right time. So when I said something like that, it was very true in that moment.
Right.
If you look at what I've done, when I said right place, right time, when I talked about, I did it like I wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
We developed over $25 million earners,
right.
Over 100 six-figure earners in my team alone, and thousands of part-time earners traveling around the world living the life. That was that time.
Yeah.
When I'm saying it now, I'm saying it differently. And what's different about it is what's going on right now in our world, it has never happened before. Like what we're about to go into, and I don't want to, preach doom and gloom, but anybody who's not in position today to, if let me say it like this, if you're only making money or looking to make money in your denomination, your currency, the US dollar, you're going to be left behind.
Right.
Like this world that we are about to enter, you can't think, I need to make money on my zip code. I need to make money in my city. I need to make money on my state, in my country, on my continent. This company, My Daily Choice, allows us to reach out around the world through technology and products and positioning ourselves for what's to come. And residual income is going to have not a different definition in the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be a necessity. But when it's too late to think, it's too late. Like this is the time you want to think residual income.
Man, so with all your success, what are some daily habits and routines that that you believe has contributed to your business, to your success?
If you know me, it's having fun. Like I have to have fun. If you take fun out of the element of anything that I do, I don't do well at it.
Right.
It has to be fun for me. It can't be manipulated. It can't be a story attached to a beautiful and amazing product that I can't justify or put my hands on it and experience it. And that's why travel was a perfect segue for me as an entrepreneur, to be able to travel and build leaders. What I thrive off of more than anything else is building leaders. I want to build people, but I want to build people in an atmosphere of having fun.
And what better way to do it but traveling the world, man.
And to do it with your baby that was dropped.
100%.
Like, we raised this baby, man, and the parents dropped it.
So this is a question that's not on this. How does one get over the past? Get over what happened in the past and move on and continue to dream big and dive into into business passionately again.
This is where you separate the personal development quoters and the personal development doers. Like I've always said, my past doesn't determine my future. Where I come from will not dictate where I'm going. Y'all have heard me say that on stage many, many times. Right. So now it's time to prove what I'm saying. Right. Like I got to be the message that I'm bringing. So everyone who talks about, you can't look in the rearview mirror. You got all these beautiful quotes. Yeah. But now it's time,
Now it's time to live that.
Yeah. Like you don't have to remind me of the past and the pain and not being able to get over the fact that you took something out of my hands that was amazing. Yeah. Like you don't have to remind me, I was there. Yeah. I lived it. I went through it. I went through it with everybody. But that's why it's called passing through. You pass through, you go through. Some people are parked. Les Brown says, when you find yourself in the midst of hell, the worst thing you could do is park. Yeah. So if I park long enough to complain, if I park long enough, to live in this world of what it used to be, you don't know personal development. You know how to quote it. Right. You don't know how to be it.
Right. Practice. Yeah. You have to practice it.
Yeah. So the short end of the answer is you don't do that anywhere else in life. Mm-hmm. Like your boss goes off on you on Friday, you gonna show up on Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Like you ain't talking about Friday no more because it's in the past and you need this job. You got to apply that mindset where it's in your best interest. The prideful Johnny says, well, I'm not going to do that again because da-da-da-da-da. But when I look at my kids, when I go through the videos with my kids, when I go through the videos with you guys who I see as my little brothers, we traveled around the world together. You don't think I want to do that again? Right. You don't think I'm able to swallow the pride to be able to do that again? I went to Guatemala building schools.
Man, I'm getting goosebumps right now just listening to you, man. Because first and foremost, we haven't spoken in a while.
We ain't seen each other face to face.
Yeah, we ain't seen each other.
2019 at least.
Yeah, wow. It's so good to be here with you. So, what strategies do you use to keep your motivation and momentum going, and then especially during challenging times?
I don't need anybody from my past. Mm-hmm. And that's my foundation. Mm-hmm. My foundation is this. I don't need anyone from my past to do what I'm about to do. Yeah. I want all of them. Yeah. Don't need. Right. When you need something, it slows you down. And I got something to prove. Like every day I wake up and say, Johnny, can you do it again? Mm-hmm. Because that's what the world is saying. Yep. Can he do it again? Well, I'm asking myself that too. Mm-hmm. Are you really going to do it again? Are you going to show them that you're not I can't say one-hit wonder because I've been at the top of 4 different companies' comp plans. Okay, can I do it again? Can I do it without anybody from my past?
Why do it again? Because these are questions that people ask, like, because people like mock me on social media. Oh, you still doing that thing? I'm like, obviously they're ignorant. They don't know. But why do it again? Like, what's the thing with network marketing?
It's like if you celebrate a 10-year anniversary with somebody you love, you're not going to do it again in 20 years? It's like, why are you doing that again? Because it felt good. Yeah. I don't have to talk about the 10 years of drama that happened in between, the arguments and threatening each other and separating. Like, it felt good. So the feeling was so incredible.
Right.
It was dream trips. The feeling was so incredible.
And listen, this is not we got a podcast that's gonna drop, and the podcast will be an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours with our conversation. This is just a little, we're giving you a gift right now, but don't even get into details with the whole.
It's not even the name of the product. It's not the name of anything. It's when you feel something.
Yeah.
You can't forget that feeling, and knowing that you can have that feeling again.
Right.
The sad part is you may have that feeling with people that are new.
Yeah.
Which is exciting for me.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the people. It's so painful to me to watch good people who've made good money with me, good money, driving Uber. And nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have tasted the life.
Yeah. And you just stop.
And pride. It's not even that they stopped because they could do it again.
Right.
But they're worried about, like, it's almost like, well, you badmouth something so much that if you go back to it, you're the hypocrite.
Yeah.
I remember when Crystal and I, we were going through a divorce after our 10 years. One of the hardest things about saving my marriage had nothing to do with getting back with her. Getting back with her, I wanted those feelings back. I wanted my best friend. We happy. We did a lot of great things together, memories, right? One of the hardest things was having to go back and tell people that I decided to save it.
Wow.
After
all the drama.
I said, I'm talking about like straight up gangster. Like, Johnny, we're praying for you. Don't pray for me.
Yeah, right.
I don't want it to work.
Right.
I want out. Like, to go from that to I'm saving it, eating my own words was the hardest part. There were people who will have to eat their own words, or their children's children will pay the cost because of pride. You miss something because of pride.
I think we're gonna that's where we're gonna end it at. You sometimes gotta eat your own words to save your life, to save your family's life. You know what I mean? Things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen, and not eat your own words is some, in a way where.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have said things. I'll never do this again. I'll never do that again. This is over.
Right. So in a way where I used to, I did the whole lotions and potions thing. Oh, it's never lotions and potions. It's beaches and ocean. Then people see me putting cream on my face. And now they're going crazy. Now they're going crazy on me. But again, it was that I could have let the ego stop me from growing, or say, you know what, I got to eat what I said, and this is the name of the game. This is business.
When I was a child, I thought like a child. I acted like a child. I reasoned as a child. I did childish things. But now that I'm a grown man, I put away childish things. That is Paul in the Bible. Paul in the Bible wrote that. So when I was a child, I thought like a child. So if I don't mind going back and revisiting the immature Johnny's language, the immaturity of my language, because that means I've grown. Yeah. When I was a child, I thought like a child. When I was, when I was, thinking I would never do something again, that was the childish Johnny talking.
Yeah.
And if you don't think the childish Jay is still there, you're fooling yourself. Maturity is recognizing it, owning it, and saying, listen, I was speaking like a child. I was hurt. I was wounded. I was offended. So I responded as a child. But now that I'm grown, I put away those childish things, that childish thinking. That's Paul. And the Bible said that he killed Christians and then ended up becoming the #1 writer of the New Testament.
Wow.
You realize how you got to go back on your own word for massive increase.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Johnny Wimbrey. Look out for the podcast coming real soon. Podcast Johnny Wimbrey, Payso. It's going down.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Ha! Wow. Let's go.